Tracy Bouquets. Number 0, Albany Bloor. Number 15, Parker Booth. Number 4, Megan Bunker. Number 9, Janaya Kajudoy. Number 18, Katerina Piera. Number 20, Cameron Ramsey. Number 3, Ava Rouse. Number 24, Callie Schwertfigger. Number 13, Sydney Williams. And now for the Friends School, number 15, Carissa Cross. Number 10, Karina Hurley. Number 18, Carly Freeman. Number 19, Rachel Freeman. Number 6, Maren Helmesy. Number 1, Days Home. Number 3, Raquel Hyatt. Number 16, Christina McLaughlin. Number 5, Alex McKelly. Number 4, Mary Charlotte Mortimer. Number 11, Lindsay Mossmo. And number 35, Sydney Wilson.
This is Mid-Atlantic High School Lacrosse on Lacrosse Talk Radio. Now out to the field for all of today's action.
And welcome to our second game of our high school doubleheader here at U.S. Lacrosse Facility in Sparks, Maryland. Jared Welsh and Tom Peace here for game number 2 as Friends is about to take on Indian Creek and IAAM lacrosse action. Friends will be coming out in their white jerseys, Indian Creek in their green as we get ready to start game number 2 here. On the boys' side, Friends took care of business against Curley with a 10-6 win. Ned Forbush was our Results Sports Performance Player of the game. So Tom will be keeping an eye here on the girls' action to see who will nominate for that prestigious award here at the end of today's game.
Of course, we've got some great teams here going against each other. The B conference and the IAAM is a strong conference. The A conference gets a lot of the notoriety, of course, with schools like McDonough and Notre Dame Prep and Roland Park, but the schools here in the B conference are just as talented and deserving to be playing out here at the U.S. Lacrosse headquarters for tonight's game.
I'm a big fan of the B conference on the girls' side, being a coach in that conference in swimming at Maryvale. So big fan of B conference in the IAAM, as you mentioned. As we get set for our opening draw here this evening to get our action underway. Official making sure everything's squared away and set. And there's the whistle. We are off here for game number 2 as Friends controls the draw. Maselli bringing the ball down the near side. Looking to go behind the cage. Keeping her eyes looking upfield. And working the ball up top for Freeman. Carly Freeman committed to Johns Hopkins next year. And ironically wearing the same number as her Hopkins counterpart on the boys' side for McManus.
Nice opportunity to get a shot there and see what they could work with by the Quakers here early on in this game.
So looking for the clear. Albany Bloom, the goalkeeper for Indian Creek here this evening, just surveying the field, trying to see who the open girl is going to be. And a great upfield pass one more time, getting across midfield. And a little bit of room to work. I believe that's Annie Chalkley coming down with the possession and slowing things down here. Indian Creek, Callie Huff working the ball over.
Just want to say that was an excellent clear by Indian Creek goalie Albany Bloor, who made a good decision of making sure the ball was moving off the field in a great order.
Katarina Pira with possession, whistle blown. Free position here. Looks like Pira will have it. She's straight away on the goal. Oh,
stepped over by Friends.
Mortimer, I believe, was the culprit there, taking that early step. Pira squares up again here. Again, straight away, looking at the goal. Tees one up here. There's a shot thrown on. Nice save in there by goal. Sydney Wilson is our goalkeeper here this evening for the Friends School, as they try to work their first clear of the game. Big upfield pass, dangerous pass, and Indian Creek intercepts. Maths with the possession. Sarah Maths, junior midfielder here for Indian Creek, working it back over to Pira.
Good field sense by the Maths there to know where the ball was going, and made sure to get the interception there.
Good look right there in the middle. You get the whistle. Possession here with Callie Huff.
Another free position shot.
She's just offset to the right here on that 8-meter arc. She awaits the whistle. Steps in. She's going to elect to pass it to the near side. They're going to work the ball back behind. Centering feed. Contested pass there. It's going to go to Friends. Baze Hohen doing a nice job. Kind of boxing out, so to speak, there. Now she's going to be off to the races. She's going to bring this down by herself as she crosses midfield, passes the restraining line, and works the ball to the middle of the field, looking for that shot. Goes through. That was Carly Freeman with a good look.
Nice job by Friends by pushing the tempo upfield and getting a good look on Cage to get a shot there, and they'll get the chance here again.
So Friends, or Indian Creek, excuse me, with the possession. Got a whistle. Will stay with Indian Creek. Pira, the ball handler here. 21-29 left in the first. Still no score here at the U.S. Lacrosse facility in Sparks. William G. Tierney Field, seeing a lot of action here this year. 30-plus games, college and high school, being played out here this spring. They work the ball behind, Indian Creek does. Pushing it back, that was Rouse.
Sorry, Jared. I was going to say, it's a nice night for lacrosse to be up here for this game at a great spot at the U.S. Lacrosse headquarters.
I tell you, Tom, I couldn't even tell you how many games deep I am into this season broadcasting, and this is my first game of the season above 45 degrees.
Yes.
I guess just say second because the boys playing before. My first night of action above 45 degrees, and I am loving it so far here this evening. And a beautiful place for this facility as well.
Great?
Anybody get the chance, come check out the museum. Baze Hohen driving in. Hohen with a shot and scores! Baze Hohen gets on the board first, makes it 1-0 at 20:31 left to go here in the first.
Nice look by Hohen. She did the right thing by just calling her number and going in for the shot, and obviously she picked the right spot behind Bloor there to get the ball back in the back of the cage. And Friends is on top here, and they're a well-coached team. They've been finalists. They've been in the thick of things with the IAAM championships the last couple of years, and they definitely know how to play decent lacrosse. So it's good to see them get out on the first point here.
Now, Tom, of course, you watch a lot of lacrosse, recruiting coordinator for Hartford Community College,
yes.
the Fighting Owls there, and then, of course, everything you do with the Peace Report blog and things of that nature. The rule changes on the women's side that you've seen in the offseason for this year. Have you been a fan of how the changes they've made, or still trying to adjust?
Still trying to adjust to see how things go. I think that everyone's just trying to adjust together with it all, especially on the high school level. Since they're NCAA rules, it's trying to work in the new rules and see how they go.
And a yellow card there against Carly Freeman. So she will strut over here to the penalty box. Not happy about
Not at all.
the call there. So coach will come over to settle her down. And so going to work here, Indian Creek. Bunker's going to center the pass over to Shrum. Shrum draws a double, tries to get the pass middle. It's picked off by Friends. Friends School looking to try to push the issue the other way here. Looking for that big-time upfield pass. Maselli with a great catch, goes to her right. Draws a double, gives a little bit of a shoulder, now gets back behind the goal. Rolls the crease on the near side. Straightaway shot goes through, rolls out. Hohen there to back it up.
Great look by Carissa Cross, who's committed to Temple. Made a good decision by finding Maselli there on the fast break, and great field sense by Cross.
So Friends will bring the ball back in here after that shot rolled out of the end line. Mortimer with the possession throws it over. Working the ball to the far side of the field are the Friends School here. They're up by 1 with 19:22 left here in the first. Good patient offense right now. We're really seeing our first settled action really out of Friends here this evening as Hohen gets the pass over to Hyatt. Hyatt above that 12 meter, working it over. She's going to call for it back. She's straight away at the goal. Now for that pass to the inside, Maselli loses the handle. Nice pickup there by Bunker. And we're going to get another card here, and that's going to go against Maselli. So she will come over here to the box. There's still 35 seconds left on the first call there by Freeman. So, and now 2 minutes on the board for Maselli. Indian Creek streaking down the field. Nice spin move. Trying to get inside. Defensive position shot. Oh, the whistle was blown before that shot was taken. So that goal does not count, but Bunker here getting the free position just to the right side. Shot goes over, backed up by Indian Creek. Ball Cages will bring it in to the left of the goal. Pass comes up straight away. Schwafager with possession. She gets doubled up. She looks inside here for Schrum. Schrum into a triple team and
tripped up.
Little slip up there. So the first penalty cleared off the board here. 1:15 left on that penalty against Maselli. And it looks like Huff is going to check out of the... No, I did not see the card there. Huff withdraws a 2 minutes, so she comes over here as well. Shot goes out of bounds. 18 minutes left here to go. Friends with that 1-goal lead. Indian Creek trying to make something happen here. Shot on the doorstep, shot and score. I believe that was Lucy Ballcages with the goal. So she gets Indian Creek on the board, and we're tied at 1. 17:53 left here in the first. So all knotted up here. Nice, exciting game. That was a...
It's like number 24, Tiana Gong, had the assist on that play, and good look by her as Indian Creek is getting on the board here and made something happen with those penalties while Friends was killing the clock on those penalties. So good job by Indian Creek to get on the scoreboard here.
So 1 minute left on the Maselli. 1:46 left on the Furley call. Still battling possession for the draw. Friends comes up with the possession off the draw after the goal. Mortimer, but the pass is intercepted. Indian Creek going the other way. Megan Bunker coming down the field, left-handed. Going to the far side, just above that 12 meter. They're going to pass it back behind. Pass can't be handled. Good scoop to retain possession there, Ballcages. And Friends will take over. We got a whistle here. And it looks like it's just going to be no, they're going to give it back to Indian Creek, who will have it just on the end line, far side of the field. The official calling her to come back over a couple yards closer to the net, still behind the goal line. Centering pass, shot bounces through, and a score. I'm waiting for her to turn around so I can recognize the right player. The front numbers on these Indian Creek jerseys a little bit smaller, a little bit harder to read. So maybe Tom, if we can keep a look,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
look out and see if we can grab her number when she turns around. We'll love to be able to
Goal,
give credit.
Indian Creek, number 23.
23,
Sarah
there it is.
Mathis.
Sarah Maths with the goal. And a big kudos to our PA announcer for grabbing that number. He's got a slightly closer vantage point than what we have. Nice job there. Look, U.S. Lacrosse, they get everything right the way they're doing things here. So 2-1, Indian Creek with the lead, 16:48 left here to go.
Sorry, still,
Yeah.
Indian Creek's doing a great job of capitalizing on the penalties that Friends is trying to kill off here, and doing a good job of getting the ball in the cage, and now up 2-1.
Mortimer was in trouble. Gets it to Helmsy. Helmsy, big cross-field pass, trying to get Mossmiller, and that's going to roll all the way out to the far side. So Indian Creek possession. I believe that's going to be Kara Matthews bringing it in for Indian Creek. A little bit of pressure here, trying to ride this clear. Good upfield pass.
10 seconds left on the penalty. It'll be all even.
Maths able to get across midfield, got a whistle. So Maths still with the possession. There's the whistle to get the restart. Nice feed over to Huff. Huff in her left hand.
And they're all even now. Friends is do a good job there.
So really only giving up, well, actually both of the goals, Indian Creek were scored on that, the advantage, because we had 3 penalties kind of back-to-back overlapping there. So another whistle. The ball's going to be up top here with Pira. It's going to stay with her. Let's see what the call is going to be. Looks like they're trying to get some correction there on the field. Understand the call, and sure enough, Pira's going to stay with the possession for Indian Creek. She's well above the 12-meter mark, and the pass gets over to Shrum. Shrum switches to her left, goes to the far side of the field, gets the pass over to Bunker. Bunker trying to get it inside. Good feed. Now they pass it back out. A little inside-out motion here. Now the drive to the middle of the field. Another pass here to Pira. Another whistle. And we heard a parent not so happy with the number of whistles on this possession here, liking it to field hockey, which also has just a few whistles throughout the course of their ball games. So it is going to be Katarina Pira starting with that possession. There's the whistle. Bunker's going to get it. Another call here. Bunker was trying to drive into that 8-meter arc, but she'll start with it right on the 12-meter line. Slightly left straight away of the goal. As she waits for the whistle. 14:26 to go. She elects to pass it to Shrum. Shrum looking for the pass down low as they work it over to Rouse. Rouse thought about running through, and she's going to pop it back up top for Shrum. Another pass here. Indian Creek very patient here on this possession, doing a nice job. Bunker now. A couple roll dodges here. Now she's going to get doubled up, and we're going to get the whistle.
Exactly. 2 things I'm liking about Indian Creek so far. They're doing a good job of getting possession off the draw, and 2, making sure that they control the tempo on the offense and making sure that they play that at their style. And they're doing a good job of working the ball around and making sure they can find a good shooting alley.
Shrum gets the pass in the middle of the 8-meter. Now they work it back out top for Bunker. Pass inside, shot, scores.
Just like that. Perfect. I draw that up pretty well.
Goal, Indian Creek, number 23, Sarah Mathis.
Sarah
Mathis
Mathis with her second goal makes it 3-1. And you mentioned how well Friends has done in the B conference the last couple of years. One good way to neutralize a good team is just time of possession.
Yes.
Especially if you're working with a lead.
Exactly. And if they get in trouble and commit some penalties, you got to take advantage of that. And Indian Creek did that, and they're also doing a good job of controlling the pace on the offensive end. Like I said, they are working the ball around and just controlled the tempo, slowed it down a little bit, and found a great shooting lane. And Mathis is having a good game, too, so far for Indian Creek.
Game 2 of our U.S. Lacrosse doubleheader here, Friday Night Lights. Game 1 on the boys' side, Friends beating Curley 10-6. Game number 2, IAAM action, as Indian Creek Curley has that 3-1 lead, and they control the ensuing draw as Bunker tries to bring it all the way down, and she does all by herself.
Wow.
Megan Bunker gets her first of the game, and we're looking at a 4-1 score here with 13-18 left to go in the first. Wow. Fantastic.
Great footwork by Bunker and getting the possession, but the footwork getting and driving and dodging to the cage was impressive, and great goal by Bunker. And like you said, 4-1 lead here for Indian Creek, and they're looking great here in the first half.
And that 4 goals are all unanswered.
Yes.
As Friends got on the board first. So not only do they have the lead, they're really kind of on a roll here. 13-18 left to go. Jared Welsh and Tom Peace here for Lacrosse Talk Radio Mid-Atlantic. We'll be in NCAA Division III action tomorrow, 7 p.m. here on Lacrosse Talk Radio. Number 2, York College Spartans against University of Mary Washington Eagles in a CAC matchup. Both teams undefeated in CAC play. That will change tomorrow. Someone will have to walk away with sole possession of first place in the Capital Athletic Conference. So ball's going to start with Megan Bunker after the whistle off the draw. She goes to her left hand. Streaking in was Bias Hohen, doing a nice job trying to help recover there defensively for Friends. Bunker with the possession. She brings it over here for Pira. Pira looks down low, getting it to Rouse. Ava Rouse looks to get it behind the net as they rotate the ball. Trying to get it now inside, get in that 8-meter. Now they're going to dodge back out. Pira's going to take it. Good reset here for Indian Creek. Bunker now over to the far side, driving in, shot, and score. Callie Schwerfiger with her first goal of the game. 5 unanswered goals makes it 5-1. Indian Creek over Friends. 12-20, and we have a timeout by Friends, so we'll take a break here. You're listening to IAAM Lacrosse here on Lacrosse Talk Radio. Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse facility here at Sparks, Maryland. Jared Welsh and Tom Peace here with game number 2 of our high school doubleheader. 12:20 left in the first. Indian Creek working with a 5-1 lead over the Friends School of Baltimore. Friends controlling the ensuing draw after the goal and timeout. And trying to take it all the way down by herself was Carly Freeman. Got to like the effort there, but a turnover. Indian Creek will have possession.
I'm sure the Friends defense would like a more controlled offensive series there by Friends, but now Indian Creek has the ball again and looking to push back up there to their end of the field.
Friends able to pick up a loose ball there. Furley comes up with the possession. She swings it over the far side. Coming down the right side of the field. Their Friends trying to control.
Good job by the Quakers to get the ball back. Get a little ball movement to let the defense get a little breather.
Cross swings it over the far side. Mortimer getting it down to Hohen. Now they go behind the net. Head on a swivel, looking up. Baruti. Centering feed, shot, score!
Big goal right there for Friends to stay in this game.
And Carly Freeman was on the receiving end of that great feed from the X to make it 5-2. So a little bit longer possession than what we thought they were going to have, and of course getting the goal helps. And as a defender myself,
me too.
And you too, right?
Yeah.
We know it's the guys just. People just hang on to the ball.
Yes.
Give us a little bit of a breather, especially after such a long defensive stout there on the other end. Trying to get your legs back, get your wind back under you.
Especially when you have great players on offense like Cross, like Freeman, and Maselli. Players that can create offense, and Friends has that.
Here comes Indian Creek threatening again. Bunker trying to take it in. Trying to mimic what she did on that earlier draw that she took it down. So we get a whistle here. She's going to have the ball right on the 12-meter here. Brings in cross-field pass. One more down low. A little trouble controlling, but able to get that ground ball. Indian Creek, good passing, trying to get above. Shot off the pipe. The rebound scooped up by Friends. They're going to control the possession. A little bit of trouble here is Rachel Freeman. We get a whistle. And so Freeman, she'll look to redirect and see if she can't get some help from Carly Freeman. Good upfield pass. Friends with the possession, down by 3, 5-2 here. 10-13 left to go in the first half.
Good pressure there by Indian Creek.
So it looks like Friends will retain the possession, trying to dodge 3 defenders there. At time, as you mentioned, nice collapse, trying to make something happen. And that's going to be Mossmiller with possession. She's going to roll out to the far side of the field.
Still heavily guarded by 3 green jerseys.
Now trying to roll the crease, near side, Friends. Baruti. Center feed is picked off.
Wow.
And a whistle. And it looks like they're going to give the possession. They are. The possession is going to go back to Baruti.
Interesting call there.
She'll have it about 2 yards out of that, the wedge there coming up for the 8-meter. Looking right at the goal. Centering feed broken up. Nice interception by Indian Creek. Good attempt for a defensive check there, but they're going to keep the possession with Indian Creek. So the officials give her directions or they want her to go to get this possession started. Nice upfield pass to Bunker. Bunker getting ahead of steam. She's got a trailer on her. Little nice defensive shift to try to force to her right. Feed comes down low. Trying that one-time attempt there was ball cages. And nice job by Wilson to come out of goal and help out defensively there for Friends. Ground ball scooped up by the Friends school.
All the help you can get on defense, right, for Friends.
Got to try to see if they can keep the ball in that offensive set a little bit longer. Down by 3, 8:24 left to go in the first. Friends coming down the field. Center feed broken up. Great defensive effort, but Friends able to get the ground ball and retain possession as they work it up to Baselli. Baselli's going to give it up here for Freeman, and she'll toss it now to the far side. Friends settling down. Baselli at the point. Over to Mortimer. Comes near side. Mortimer looks down low. Mossmiller going to control. Brings it in from the left side, trying to get to the middle of the field. She'll give it up and clear out. Give Cross some room to work. Cross goes to her left. Cross shot, scores!
Beautiful, beautiful goal by Cross. Great dodging and forced the issue to get to the great spot to make that shot. Great job by the Temple command.
So 5-3 now is our score. Friends starting to claw their way back into this ball game. 7:39 left to go here in the first. As the players go back out and get set for this ensuing draw.
And Jared, I was just thinking to myself, again, what a beautiful night for lacrosse, and for once not to be shivering and chattering teeth and bundled up in parkas.
Yes. My first high school game of the season was Friends Spalding, all the way back where I left that game. I had 4 or 5 layers on and got in my car and my hands felt frozen. So this is a much needed change here for this spring sport. Finally nice weather here in the Mid-Atlantic. Is just driving down the field of Shrum for Indian Creek. Indian Creek now possession with Bunker. Bunker eyeing up her defender, trying to see which direction she wants to go as she passes it over. Bunker calling for it back again. Mortimer on her defensively for Friends. Number 4 on number 4 here. Bunker takes it in. She's going to spin, try to get to the middle of the field. Here the defense collapse. Bunker shot, scores! What a shot by Bunker to make it 6-3 Indian Creek.
Her second goal of the day, and
Goal,
she's having
Indian
a
Creek,
heck of a
number
game
4,
for Indian
Megan
Creek. And
Bunker.
you gotta love the way Indian Creek responded after that Friends goal, and are making sure that they get the ball back on offense and create some goals. This B conference is exciting and great lacrosse, and I know a lot of folks love the coverage for the B conference. I know the A conference gets a lot of attention, but having Lacrosse Talk Radio here covering a game like Indian Creek and Friends is huge, and it's great for these girls to get some publicity in a game like this, and it's awesome that you're doing this, Jared.
One of the big things, our philosophies here at Lacrosse Talk Radio, everything from youth to pro, and we mean it. Our 18-game high school schedule includes A, B, and C conference, and the MIAA includes public school games as well. We had a fantastic one, Parkville and Loch Raven the other night. We have Parkville and Sparrows Point on Monday. Then you look at the collegiate level, Division 1, 2, and 3, and MCLA action. Plus, we're the home of the World Series of Youth Lacrosse as well. Friends threatening here, trying to see if they can answer back that Indian Creek goal. Good defensive positioning there, causing the loose ball, picked up by Friends. Freeman with possession, scanning the field, trying to find her best pass. She's able to get to cross.
And of course, next year we'll invite you up with open arms to cover some JUCO lacrosse.
Bounce shot right on the crease, shot, score! Carly Freeman gets her second goal of the game.
Go, Friends. Number
And
18,
now this game's
Freeman.
been real interesting here. And
That's what I'm
Friends
saying.
is able to answer back. We saw Friends score first. 4 or 5 unanswered, or 4 unanswered goals by Indian Creek, and now we're kind of doing this 1-for-1 thing here with 5:57 left in the first. And Tom, just as you were saying, sure enough, next season we're looking to have a more balanced schedule between girls and boys, men's and women's, and we're going to get your Fighting Owls on our airwaves here as well. And a shout out to Nikki Murphy, there, the women's coach, longtime friend, going back to our days at the Bel Air schools. Hopefully she's tuning in, checking out the work you're doing here, so she can maybe razz you a little bit in the office come Monday. And here comes Friends threatening again. Feed right on the doorstep, broken up in front. Fantastic play by Albany Bloor, the goalkeeper. We got a whistle. Let's see what they're going to call. And Bloor will retain possession, the goalkeeper, so she's going to get a good look here at a clear. And there's the pass coming out there. And it's picked off by Friends. Carissa Cross coming up with the play for her squad. Carly Freeman now possession, working back to the middle of the field. Freeman's going to call for it back, gets it over to Cross. Cross is going to drive in, switches to right, loses the handle. Get a whistle, and looks like Cross will retain possession. And they're going to put her right at the top of the 8-meter. No, they're going to back her up midway between, so about 10 meters out here. Now she's going to drive in. The pass, shot, save is made. Friends recovers, whistle. So a good look there by Cross to try to work it down low. Looks like she had Baruti there. Baruti couldn't quite finish. Good save by Bloor. And now we're at the same setup, but on the 8-meter straightaway look here for Cross. Cross drives in, Cross shot. Bloor comes up with the save. It's retained by Friends, though. Moss Miller, she's going to back it out. They're going to reset here. Carly Freeman now drives in. Carly Freeman with her left hand is going to get a whistle. Good defensive collapse there, though. Not much more Pira probably could do in that situation. Looks like they're going to tell Hire to get, or Williams, excuse me. Williams is going to back up now behind Freeman on the left side of that 8-meter. Gets to the middle of the field. Shot. Bloor comes up with another save. So Bloor standing tall here, Tom. What do you think of her performance so far?
When you're making saves against Hopkins commits, you're having a good night. And that's what she just did on a free position shot. So
we get a yellow card coming out here. And that's going to be Freeman's, her second of the evening. So she'll run off. And something I'm sure, again, also not happy with, with the call there either. So it's going to be in the stick for Indian Creek. Looks like it might be Bunker they're going to have run it up. She's in her crouch, so can't get a look at the number. Now she starts off. And sure enough, yes, it is going to be Megan Bunker who's going to bring it up. But good wheels coming from behind here for Friends School. Bunker hangs on to possession. No whistle there.
Vicious check there.
So good little defensive try there by Friends. A good clean stick check. And that's picked up. That's Bias Hohen doing a nice job defensively there. And Hohen she loses the handle on the ball. 50-50 ground ball, we get a whistle. And it's going to stay with Friends. So Hohen will have it right in front of the substitution area.
Oof. Nice
and a great upfield look, all by herself. Friends, she's got a woman on the doorstep. She's going to take a shot.
Wow.
Wow.
What a save.
Albany Bloor just snuffs one out, and we get a whistle. Indian Creek should retain possession here. And sure
Albany
enough, they
Bloor going for that Peace Report Goalie of the Week award.
There we go. I'll have to keep an eye on Bloor. I almost had a defensive results sports performance player of the game the other night. So who knows? We'll see if she keeps standing tall. Maybe might be our first defensive player of the game. We'll have to keep an eye on her performance the rest of the evening as well. Indian Creek making a substitution here. This player runs off. And there's still 29 seconds left on the card against Freeman.
Yeah.
And now there's the whistle to get things started back underway here for Indian Creek. Great trail check thrown in by Baruti. And she will have the possession after the whistle. Coach saying she stepped out of bounds, and a little conversation quickly there, but Baruti will have possession right in front of the Indian Creek bench on the boys' sideline marker as she runs in. All alone, she wants to take this herself. Defense collapses. Now she looks to get the pass up to the top. Cross thought about shooting. She backs it up to the 12. Another whistle here. And Cross will have possession. No, they're going to, as they back her up just about a yard off. Just a little bit off that 8-meter there. Look at me switching up the conversions there. And that's going to be Cross taking it in for her second of the game.
Goal,
one goal game.
Number 15,
Jared, and
Lacrosse.
interesting stuff here, especially when they're are down a player, and definitely a great job by Cross to get that goal there. And it looks like they threw a card here too.
So that would have been after the goal, and that looks like that's going against Indian Creek. And so let's see, running off here looks like that's Maggie Taylor, and getting some clarification from the official. And now she will go into the penalty area.
2 minutes.
So she'll come over and take a seat.
And Friends will get the ball off the draw. Krista Cross has it.
As we approach the 1 minute mark left here in the first, 1 point ball game, driving down the doorstep. Baruti, big save made once again by Bloor. Baruti had a good look again, and Indian Creek will look to clear it out. Albany Bloor, 50 seconds left. Was looking for Williams, overthrew Williams. Friends come streaking in. Good ground ball there, picked up by Helmsey. Helmsey is going to center it. Maselli now in her right hand, going to the right side of the goal. She's going to take it back behind. She's going to crease roll. Nobody slid to her. Shot, score. Good heads-up play by Alexandra Maselli. And Tom, just like that, we are tied up at 6 with 29.2 left to go.
Again, like I said, don't sleep on the B conference. It's very entertaining lacrosse, and you see that here tonight. And Maselli is a great player. Great decision by her to go around the cage and come around and bury that shot. And great skills and fundamentals by her.
And what surprised me is that no one from Indian Creek no communication, I guess, defensively, because no one slid back over to pick her up as she came
Like
around.
we were saying about the Friends defense earlier on, they were kind of gassing because Indian Creek was controlling the offense, and now you see the Friends offense now doing that to the Indian Creek defense, and they look pretty gassed through that whole series there, and Maselli took advantage of that, as you saw.
Halftime cannot come soon enough for the defensive units out here this evening. Both have had some pretty long stretches at different points during this first half. 22 seconds left to go. We are all knotted up here at 6. Indian Creek with possession. 15 seconds and counting. Can they make something happen and get a shot off here? There's going to be a turnover picked up by Friends. Coming down is Maselli. Maselli, she's got a woman upfield. She hits that pass perfectly. One more time, shot and score! And I believe that was Mossmiller.
Goal, Friends, number 11, Lindsay Mossmiller.
Lindsay Mossmiller gets her first of the evening, and that will end our first half of action, 7-6. Tom, I need a break. We've had a lot of action here.
and Friends will still be on extra player offense coming back with Lacrosse as they're about to get started here.
So time is up on the clock. We are getting set here for our second half as they get set for the draw. Ball goes up in the air. Indian Creek, no, did not have control. And now they have control. For a second, it looked like Schrum had it, but it's going to be Pira actually getting the control as she gets the pass up to Bunker. Indian Creek in their green jerseys tonight, going from our right to left here in the second half.
And Jared, sorry, go ahead.
No, and Friends in their whites here tonight. Keep in mind, Friends were that 1-goal lead.
I just wanted to point out, Jared, that goal at the end of the half released the penalty, so Indian Creek is full strength now.
So Indian Creek trying to threaten here on the doorstep. They'll pass it back out. A little inside-out movement here. Schrum looks down low to far side. Nice pass centering feed to Pira. Pira in her left hand, coming left side. She'll look behind the net. She'll just take it herself. She's going to roll the far side. Wow. Defender slide. Pira shot. Save is made. Goaltender can't find the ball. Indian Creek keeps the possession. Good save.
Nice body shot save, too.
There by Friends. Sydney Wilson, the goalkeeper here this evening for Friends, and Wilson will throw the ball back out here for Bunker. Bunker will have the free position here, and I think the official wants her to move. She's going to drive in. Bunker shot, scores. Megan Bunker has the hat trick here with 23:22 to go, and we are knotted at 7 again.
Well, that's how you want to start the half if you're Indian Creek. You want to come out, get the possession, and get on the board again right away to tie it up, and that's what they did on a free position shot by a player that's having a great night so far. Bunker now with 3 goals. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's
So while we have a moment here before the draw, Tom, tell everybody where they can find all this kind of stuff that you're doing here in the lacrosse world.
Well, you can find me on social media at Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is Be More Peace, and then Twitter, follow my blog work at Peace Report Lax, all one word, and cover local high school lacrosse in the area, and feature a lot of great games. And come check it out and read all the material we have, and also check out Harford CC_MLax or WLax, and check out the Fighting Owls if you are interested in how the JUCO teams are doing in the state.
At my last check, I believe Harford, Essex, and Howard were all nationally ranked. That may have changed since my last look, but I believe all 3 were still
on the boys' side. Yes.
On the boys' side, we're all ranked. On the girls' side, you're telling me Harford a number 2 national ranking. Now here comes Indian Creek. They're threatening. Pass comes back out. Pira with the possession. She comes near side. Works the ball back up top here for Schrum. Schrum coming right down the middle of the field, gets inside the 8-meter line. A little bump there defensively. Shrum will most likely retain possession. She will. She'll have the, no, they're going to turn it over. So I'm assuming, no, did they give it? I thought that she just passed it back over to Friends. The officials are conferring. And let's see how they settle this thing out here. So a push there by the offense. Defense will have the ball, so to speak, as Friends gets the turnover and able to right into a quadruple team trap, and the pass goes out of play as the ball was trying to get work to Bria Randolph. Miscommunication, she wasn't ready for that pass and kind of overran it out. Indian Creek threatening. Centering feed is broken up. Ball cages could not quite handle it. She hits the turf. Friends now with the possession, trying to work the clear. Selly, upfield pass. Here comes Hohen. Hohen driving right down, switches to her left. She'll back it out. Friends will settle.
Nice.
There's a field on the doorstep shot. Baruti stuffed yet again. Baruti is, I tell you, Tom, she's due one at some point here. She's been on that crease all night long. Just hasn't quite been able to connect.
And Hohen teed her up pretty well there to get that great shot. So
Albany Bloor has also done a phenomenal job in the goal. Tied at 7, 21-07, and ticking away here in the second. Free position. We're going to get a whistle in the middle of that. So it looks like they'll do that one over again, so to speak. And it is in the stick of Baruti to the right of the cage. Baruti comes in, shot deflected away. It's kicked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Friends. Friends will bring it in off the end line. There's the whistle. They will restart play from behind the cage. Working up the left side, trying to drive in, shot, and score. And I believe that was Carissa Cross with her third goal of the night.
Goal, Friends, number 15.
And Friends takes the 8-7 lead here with 20:30 left to go in the second quarter. Wow. Back and forth game. And as you said it, Tom, a lot of people focus on the A conferences in both the boys and girls side here in the private school league. B conference, very exciting lacrosse, just as well on both the boys and girls side of things. As we get set for the draw after the goal.
You saw it in the first game with a great Friends team on the boys side having a good season so far.
And Cross controls after the draw. She's going to drive down. Tried to get the pass over to Baruti. And big fan of unselfish play, but she may have had a chance to finish that one herself. And so now it looks like the possession will go with Albany Bloor, the goalkeeper, for Indian Creek. Good upfield pass, unable to be controlled by Bunker. We're going to get a whistle, and it's going to go with Friends. And Cross ran a large distance to cover ground there on that clearing pass. And she stays right hand, showing why Temple wanted her on that squad for next year. Ball being controlled by Friends. We're going to get a whistle right above the 12. It's going to be a card against Indian Creek. And running off, I believe that's going to be Colleen Shrum, junior midfielder. Here at 19:38, they put 2 minutes up on the board here for her. So Friends will have the possession. They're up 8-7 with the ball and the extra attacker. They decide to swing it back out and kind of settle in with their offense. Cross, shot, score! Carissa Cross with her fourth goal of the evening.
Friends, number 15.
And
Carissa
Friends
Cross.
now with the 2-point advantage, 9-7. 19:26 left to go here in the second half. And Carissa Cross is making a big case here to be the Result Sports Performance Player of the Game here in game number 2. Substitutions being made for Indian Creek, getting some new players out there. Short bench here for Indian Creek as they go to get set. So 2 years, so early commit there to Temple. Tom Peace doing the research there, getting the accurate information. I don't mind being wrong as long as I can eventually get it right.
She's playing like she's a
She really is. Now, coming down field is Friends. That's Bias Hohen looking for that centering feed. Baruti can't handle the pass, but she's going to get the loose ball. Tries to spin, goes down to a knee. And let's see what the call is here. And Friends will, no, Indian Creek will take over the possession here. As the ball, I believe, will be in the stick of Bunker. She's going to get double teamed right off the bat, trying to stay stride to stride with her. But she's staying about a half a step ahead of everybody, but loses the ball, 50-50 ground ball. Still battle for possession. We're going to get a whistle, and it's going to go back to the Quakers.
And there may seem like there's a lot of whistles here, but these refs will let them play. It's great to see.
And that was a part of a lot of the new rule changes at the NCAA levels. Less whistles, more freedom of movement, and trying to keep the game flowing a little bit more. And I'm sure we'll see some more rules in that favor coming in the next couple of years at the NCAA level. And of course, then they trickle down to the different levels of play as well. Possession here for Maselli. Switches to her left. There was a whistle before the shot. Bloor made the save anyway. We're going to get a hold, I believe is the call. And if I read that hand signal right, I think that Indian Creek will have the possession here with 17:38 left to go, and they're down by 2, 9-7 to Friends. Jared Walsh and Tom Peace here for Lacrosse Talk Radio Mid-Atlantic. Go to lacrossetalkradio.com for all of our coverage in all 3 regions.
Well, we've seen so far no lead save here in this game, and Indian Creek has shown that they can play offense on the offensive side, so don't count them out yet.
So coach and the official chatting to try to get some clarification on the card here against Maselli, I believe, is what we're going to see here. There's still, 1 second left on the penalty from Schrum, so she'll be able to run out here in a minute. So they put 2 minutes up on the clock here for Maselli. It's her second of the game. She also has a goal in the action tonight, so a lot of chatter here with the now 2 officials talking with the Friends head coach.
And it looks like the bench and the coach and Maselli keep looking up to the fan section here. It looks like the boys team has stayed around, and
yeah,
I don't know if they said something cheering wise in the gallery there, the fan section there. I don't know what's going on there.
Now,
so they keep looking back at that section.
So now the Indian Creek coach is going to come over to see if he can get some, just kind of make sure he's in the know on what's happening here, so he knows how to set up his team depending on what the call is going to be. At first it looked like they were trying to shoo him away, but the Friends coach said, no, he needs to get the explanation. And now the Friends boys trying to keep the girls pumped up here. Hey, the girls were here early to cheer on the boys, so boys sticking around here to check out their counterparts here in action. One of the
Quaker Nation.
One of the few co-ed private schools here in the area.
This is a long meeting. Mr. Welsh, show me what's going on here.
If I know it's going to be this long, I would have gone to a commercial break and give my boy Chris Palmer another bump there at Result Sports Performance. Got to make sure I work it in enough times. And it now looks like the UN meeting is about to split up here and everybody's going to, well, we'll have to keep an eye out. Now, the one thing that I've noticed, Tom, that's a lot different between the boys and girls games is not as much communication to the scorers table. I've been able to pick up the boys' refs really well as they come in and make sure everything is called up. Harder to pick up what the calls are.
Crews, I guess.
Different crews and different things.
They do it in the girls, too.
Okay. So we haven't been able to pick it up as well. So it looks like they're set up for Indian. Yes, so Indian Creek, after all is said and done, Indian Creek ends up with the possession. The penalty is released for Colleen Schrum, and she gets the ball right out of the gate here and gets doubled up immediately and loses the ball right at midfield in the penalty box area. And so, but they're going to allow her to retain possession. That's what the call is going to be. So Colleen Schrum will have the ball. And the official getting everybody else in the right distance away as Schrum cuts back towards the middle of the field, and a check by Cross, but they are going to give it back to Schrum.
Both coaching staffs are red hot about whatever's happened here. We're trying to get that information, but it seems like there's some tension here. And what else could you add to this game, right?
Exactly.
Some tension.
Bunker gets the ball outside of 12, works it inside to the 8. Now they work it back out to Pira on the near side above 12. Looking for the point. It's Schrum. Schrum's going to drive in. Defense collapses. She looks to kick it back out. Gets the Bunker on the far side. Flirting with the 12-meter line, and they work it back behind. Centering feed is high and cannot be controlled. Indian Creek gets it off the bounce. They're going to have to reset the offense. Pira all alone at 12. Near side, trots towards the goal line, and they work it back down below. Coming back up top towards the middle field, centering feed up high. Bunker cannot handle it. She has some backup. Battle for possession. 15:51 left to here in the game, and Friends is flying down the field. McLaughlin with the feed over to the middle. Trying to get in is Moss Miller. Now we're going to have a whistle. And a card is going to go against Indian Creek. Here, 15:36. Friends up 9-7 over Indian Creek. And that looks like that's going to be Sklar coming off here for the 2-minute penalty. Free position here. Straight away. And she went early.
Yep.
And so that's going to be a turnover. Moss Miller a little excited to get a jump on everybody else. So now Indian Creek will take over the possession. Rouse, upfield pass here for Pira. Alyssa Pira, that is. 2 Piras on this team. 8 and 18, trying to make it really confusing for us with similar numbers. Ball settles down, far side, goal line. Trying to work it. Get a whistle. 15:02 left to go here in the game. 9-7 Friends with that lead.
This is a crucial possession, I would say, for Indian Creek. They definitely need a score here to get back into this game, and they.
And it looks like they're setting up Friends' possession.
Wow, okay.
And so that was, whatever the call was a turnover, and then they work it up to Cross. Cross dangerous, that nice one-handed cradle coming down. The lefty switches to her right, gets to the middle of the field. Cross gets tripled up and cannot split the defense, but a whistle will stop the play. And Cross will back it out to the 8. She's going to be just to the left of center here. 2 Indian Creek girls right on her right, 1 to her left.
The momentum's definitely shifted to the Friends side here in this half.
And another big-time save there by Albany Bloor, but we get a whistle right off the bat. And let's see if, looks like that Cross may be able to, she'll get another attempt here. Same positioning here, just to the left of center on the 8. 13:50 and counting. Friends working the 2-point lead. End the ball here. Nice little working cradle. Lobs to Baruti. They are trying really hard to get Baruti a goal here. She's been so close so many times. Cross loses the possession. Friends able to hang on though. Double team coming, there's the whistle. Setting up at just inside 12 will be Bays Hohen. She's at 10 meters, roughly. 13:08 and counting here in the second. Jared Walsh and Tom Peace here. IAAM B Conference action. Ball gets worked back out. McLaughlin.
Oh, that's good defense. Okay.
So Indian Creek trying to settle down defensively, and the turnover.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Here by Friends. So Indian Creek defense. Let's see if they can turn it into offense as they are down by 2. Here with 12:38 left to go in the second half. Big dime upfield pass. And Indian Creek able to retain possession, centering feed. And coming up with it. Now getting it upfield. Shot, score!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Megan
pass.
Bunker now gets her 4th goal of the game. So 4 goals for Bunker for Indian Creek, 4 goals for Cross for Friends. So I'm going to guess then whoever comes out on the winning side of this, that will decide who our, could decide who our player of the results performance player of the game is going to be.
That
1 point ball game.
Sarah Mathis with the pass and look, correct? That was beautiful. Beautiful decision by her and great pass and good job by Indian Creek to finish that scoring play. And it's a 1-goal game again here at US Lacrosse, Jared. And interesting to see what happens here on this draw. If they can get the possession, then Indian Creek is back to running on full steam again.
Now, one of the reasons we see such good athletic play in B Conference and all the different sports is because on a certain rotation, they realign the conferences, so to speak. So there's options for teams to move up and down depending on how things go. So a lot of times, you know, you will see the competition. That's why it's so good, because you have some B teams that were once A or vice versa and try to fight to get themselves back up into the A.
Yes.
And I think that really helps kind of balance things out as the years go on, try to keep parity inside of each conference a little bit as things go on. And Cross with possession here for Friends School. She's going to give it up. Pass comes down low for Moss Miller. Moss Miller gets doubled up, so she's going to spin back out near side. Looking for the pass. She's going to hang on to it. Nice face dodge. And they're going to blow the whistle. And she will stay with it. Moss Miller have it right. She's about 13 meters. Near side. She's going to give it up here for McLaughlin. McLaughlin throws it down low. I believe that's No, that's going to be Baruti. Rolling the crease, getting the far side. Get a whistle.
Jared Walsh is hoping this is a shot for Baruti to get a goal. He's on the Tess Baruti fan club.
Hey, I've seen how many times that she's been open there on the crease and just hasn't been able to connect. And I want to see those fruits pay off here for her. Coming into the penalty box, Colleen Schrum, her second penalty here of the game. So 2 minutes go up on the board for her at 11:02 left in the game. 1 point ball game. Friends up 9-8. And Baruti
has the ball.
Would have the ball here. She's to the far left of the 8 meter, comes in, and a whistle. She may get another crack at this.
Yeah.
And she will. Almost as far left as you can get on that arc is where she is set up here. So a good angle for the goalkeeper here in Albany Bloor. And Baruti gets the goal. It pays off and makes it 10-8. Friends building on the lead. Tess Baruti
Put her in the
getting
Hall
on
of
the
Fame.
board. There we go. There we go. You know, as a hockey fan and a lacrosse fan, I've always been partial to the folks that do the dirty work on the crease. John LeClaire, one of my favorite hockey players growing up. You know, how many shots did he take off his body just being in front, blocking things up? I love seeing guys or players, both men's and women's, that work that area of the field. And we got a timeout. We're going to take a break here as well with 10:39 left to go in the second. Friends up 10-8. We'll be back with more high school lacrosse right after this.
Results Sports Performance Training was created to suit athletes who wish to increase their speed, power, agility, and balance. It's structured to allow people to meet their...
It's a good squad they have so far. They're doing a great job tonight against this Friends team, and I'm impressed with the goalie play by Bloor, and Bunker has a great night too. Just see how they do here in the last couple minutes of this game.
And Friends will control the draw, and flying downfield, Carissa Cross splits the defense, trying to get back to her left hand, loses the handle, but comes up with her own ground ball. Centering feed cannot quite hit the intended target. And that's going to be Rouse coming up with the ground ball. There's going to be a whistle. Excuse me, that was Bunker there with it. So Bunker will get the ball back right outside the draw circle as she works the ball up here for...
Bias Hearn was under pressure there a little bit too much, and you had to give it to Indian Creek to get a little advantage there.
Maths with the possession, but there's a whistle, and she will set up on the 8, slightly left of center. She awaits a whistle so she can go in. She drives, shot, save is made. Wilson coming up with another goal, or save, excuse me, here for Friends, but the clearing pass eventually controlled by Friends on the near sideline, now trying to get up, gets over midfield. That's Bria Randolph showing off some speed here. Great upfield pass. The fake shot and score, but they counted. There may have been a whistle before, and that would have been Baruti's second goal. So it looks like they'll give her the... Now this is the exact opposite angle she had on the last one, far right here of the 8. 9:01 and counting. Friends up by 2. Shot and score. She gets her second goal of the night. 11-8 now our score. Tess Baruti.
Just want to point out, great save by Wilson down here to get the ball back and get that scoring play to happen. And it's a good team effort there in that series there by Friends. And they're now up 11-8 and looking like the team that they have looked like the last couple of years in the B conference. And they're well coached, like I said, and they're a veteran group. They know how to play this game, and it looks like they're making it happen here in the second half. And great job by Baruti.
So she gets her second goal here of the night. Both of them on those free positions here. And under 9 left to go in the game. 11-8 is her score. Friends with the ball. Indian Creek threatening. Bunker comes downfield. She's going to roll dodge. Tries to get through. Has to back it back out. Good defensive stand there by Friends. Cross-field pass. Trying to get it to Lissa Pira. There's the whistle. And Pira should have the retained possession. And she will. She's slightly left of center here on the 8. Everybody else is to her right. Awaiting the whistle. She's going to drive in. Pira with the shot. Scores! Alyssa Pira gets a goal.
Number 8, Alyssa
And
Pira.
now he pulls within 2. 8:13 left to go. 11-9 is our score. Friends with the lead as we head back to the draw.
Don't change that channel yet.
There's
a lot of game left.
This game could come down to the wire, the way it's gone back and forth. And one of the things we talked about, the different coverage that we have here on Lacrosse Talk Radio, we also cover the MCLA, and so that's the level of the high-level club. So it's another option for players that want to continue to play. And as you mentioned, Tom, and we're going to give you, since you came out here to help me out, keep pumping the JUCO, another option for players as well. Sometimes they need more playing time to develop. Sometimes they need the academic side and bring their grades up, or
Tuition
sometimes
helps.
it's just tuition.
Yeah.
It's just cheaper for 2 years to be able to go. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions you probably run into a lot being on the recruiting side. Scholarships are really hard to come by, and very few of them actually cover everything.
Especially at the Division I and Division III level, and we get a lot of attention from a lot of different levels in lacrosse, especially Division II, where there's a lot of money to be had in scholarships. So, yeah, it's a great avenue if you want to help it improve your standing in the lacrosse world and get to somewhere that's a good school in lacrosse. We're doing just that up at Hartford, so.
Another good year with the program up there. And there we have an Indian Creek shot and score off the ground ball to herself. I believe that was Mads coming up with the goal here to make it 11-10. Here with 7:18 left to go.
Thanks for the plugs. Appreciate that.
Indian Creek goal scored by number 23.
This is a great game. I told you again, don't turn that channel. This is a one-goal game, and Indian Creek is not going away.
And we've seen both teams go on runs here and there. We've seen lead changes. We've had a bunch of ties, and by no means with 7:18 is this game over.
Well, Jared, it's a playoff setting. When you come up here and play on this field, you want to bring your A game.
Yep. We're going to get a collision here as both girls went up for the ball. It's Katarina Pira went down, but they're going to give it to Indian Creek. Or excuse me, Friends. I'm sorry. Friends has the possession and flying downfield. I believe that's it's Hohen. Now we're going to get a whistle as she tried to spin back towards midfield, and the ball will come back to Hohen as they get everybody set. Just to the right side of straightaway, about 12 meters with the pass to the far side. Mortimer cannot quite come up with it. She'll run down that ball and scoop it up. Retain possession here for Friends School. Friends throws the ball down low. Coming back up top towards the point. Now trying to drive in. Pass goes behind. Two girls back there for Friends. Trying to clear out a little bit on the left side of the field. Getting towards the middle, trying to see if she can get open look. Shot, scores. Baruti with the hat trick. And she was stonewalled for about 3/4 of this game, and now able to come to life here. And it looked like they were gonna, I thought I saw a ref pull a flag out and then tucked it back in on the drive. 6 minutes left to go. 12-10 is our score. Friends with the lead. Baruti with the hat trick.
And just to make a little note, it looks like Carissa Cross is out of the game and being checked by trainers. Looks like it was cramping up a little bit and stretching out down here, and trainers are still looking at her. So it looks like she's out of the game for now. But good job by Baruti stepping up and maintaining the offensive pressure here on Indian Creek, and now up 12-10.
And a procedure against Indian Creek, so Friends will get the ball off the draw, starting with Mortimer, or Hohen coming down. I had it right the first time, Mortimer. And Tom, that's a big thing for all teams, that next person up. So if somebody has to come out for injury, penalty, whatever the case may be, who is going to be that player that steps up? And that's where you see the good teams kind of take over, when you have players that either usually rotate off the bench or come off cold off the bench. They're able to step up and fill in for whoever cannot be out on the field. Mortimer in some trouble. Looks to the outside. She's going to get it to Baruti. Baruti at goal line. Looking up as she runs behind the crease on the far side. Throws it back through the X. Laughlin trying to get top side. Pass comes in here from Mortimer. Mortimer can't handle it. She'll run it down. Get the ground ball herself. 5 minutes left to go here in tonight's game. 12-10, Friends with the lead over Indian Creek. Friends with possession as Baruti gets behind the cage. Tries to roll the far side. Flag. is out. And Baruti will retain possession. She will set up on that far left side of the 8-meter. Her first goal of the evening came from that side. Drives in, tries to switch hands, and I think she just lost the ball. And it's going to be a turnover on the whistle there. Indian Creek will have possession. Bloor will try to clear it out here. Ball Cages gets the ball up to Naz. Naz, one more pass up for Bunker. Bunker's going to drive, tries to spin back, tries to get back to her right. We're going to get a whistle. Good defense by Friends to try to slow Bunker down. Bunker, though, will bring it up to the 8-meter. She's at a straightaway position here. Bunker cradling. There's the whistle. Bunker shot off the pipe. Friends comes up with the ground ball. Working the clear. Now Friends, the one-woman clear flying down field here for the Friends School. Cross-field pass handled nicely on the far side.
Nice look.
Shot on the doorstep by Moss Miller.
Good save by Bloor.
3:19 and counting. 12-10 is our score. Friends with the lead over Indian Creek. Indian Creek will have it. And so it looks like Chrissa, is that Chrissa Cross that you said was?
Yeah, she is. She's back in the game.
Oh, back in the game. Back in the game. Ball with Friends coming up. 2:52 here left to go. Battle for the ball at midfield.
But it looks like Hopkins commit Carly Freeman is out and is on the sideline wearing her shooter shirt, and also number 3 Raquel Hyatt, who was starting for the Quakers early on. And I have to wonder if maybe Freeman was ejected maybe after that penalty. I'm not sure what
That
happened.
may have been the case because there was a lot of stuff
Goal,
going
Friends,
on.
number 12, Tess Baruti.
So Baruti now, her 4th of the game. So Friends up 13-10 are scoring 4 goals.
With
Chrissa
2:26
Cross, 4 goals.
remaining,
Tess
Friends
Baruti,
13,
2 goals from
Indian
Carly
Creek
Freeman,
10.
and a goal apiece here for Maselli and Hohen. Indian Creek on the other side, they're 10 goals. They have had 4 from Bunker, 3 from Mats, and a goal apiece from Schwartfiger and Ball Cages. 2:26 left to go. Here in the ball game, 3-point score, 13-10, Friends with the lead. The draw is controlled by Hohen. Loses the ball for a second, able to scoop it back up, drives down the far side, tries to split the defense, gets tripped up and hits the turf hard. She cleans herself up. And of course, here comes the card out there for Megan Bunker, her 3rd
So she's out too.
of the game. So she will run off the field here. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go back to work. Centering feed here for Friends. Shot. Deflected away, rolls out the back. That was Lindsay Mossmiller with the shot here. 2 minutes exactly left in the ball game. 13-10 is our score. Friends with the lead and the possession as they work it to the far side there for Cross. Cross looks to call for it back now at goal line. Gets a little bit higher on the far side of the field.
It looks like Friends is going to now work the clock and try to seal this win.
We've seen some good ball movement, long possessions out of Friends School, so they definitely have the ability. Aaron pass, Moss Miller. She should be able to run it and gets there right before it crosses over. Pops up, and they're going to keep it with Friends. Little bump there defensively. I believe that's Ball Cages, I think, down on the defense. So bring it back in. Be Moss Miller. There's the whistle. 1:28 to go. Again, probably just trying to run the clock best they can. Baruti from the X. hanging on to it, gets the outlet pass to the far side, pass up top. Friends School with the 3-goal lead, 110. Cross just trying to wind this down. So we have a tie here for goals between Carissa Cross and Tess Baruti if nobody else scores in the last minute of the game. So do we have a tie for player of the game, or is there one way we swing it, one way we don't? Pretty equal play, equal stats so far here tonight. What do you think, Tom?
I think the game, the game that Carissa Cross has had tonight is amazing. And to have her come back into the game after being out for a second and still running at full steam is impressive. And I think she's having a heck of a game. Not just shooting goals, but also at the goal and the defensive end. So I think she's an excellent choice. I know your
there we go.
already had a
there
nice
we go. You know, I just wanted to see her get one. After all those attempts there in the front, you know, you start saying, okay, you know, you're due. So we'll look like we'll go with Carissa Cross for a Results Sports Performance Player of the Game here. 15 seconds and winding down. Friends hanging on to that 13-10 lead as they look to just try to kill the clock in game number 2 under the lights here at the U.S. Lacrosse facility in Sparks. A big thank you to Tom Peace for coming out. Make sure you check him out, the Peace Report blog. Follow him on Twitter and Instagram. Check out all the great things he's doing there as well. PeaceReport.net for everything he's got going on there. So game number 2 come to an end. Our final score, friends, 13, Indian Creek 10. Lacrosse Talk Radio will be back in action tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Number 2, your College Spartans versus University of Mary Washington Eagles in CAC action. For Tom Peace, I'm Jared Welsh. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.